Well, yeah, but pods are super, like, informative, and people are just going in, and it's free form speech. You get to say what you want.
Have a seat, Mike.
Oh, what's up, dude?
This is my friend and client, Mike.
What's up, Mike?
He's gonna join us.
How you doing, man?
How you doing? You jumped in late.
We're talking about.
What happened, Mike? Where were you at?
Yeah, where were
My
you?
flight was late.
Your flight was.
You were in the car, dude.
He was in the Tesla.
Well, now you've blown my cover.
Yeah. All right, Mike. You're not coughing or anything,
There were
right?
only three of us that knew that.
He's worried about. Don't cough because he's worried about.
I've got my card.
Miss Rona.
Oh, he's got his card.
Your
Can you show it
weed
to him?
card? That's all right. You can buy those in Tijuana, Mike. That's all right. I don't need to see it. I got
The thing
you.
is, I haven't been to Tijuana.
He could be shedding.
No, but
Shedding
even if
on
you
us.
have your card, you can still spread it, Mike.
You
Spreader.
want me to put my mask on?
No, you're fine. You're fine,
No, I
Mike.
have my Darth Vader mask.
You're fine. You're fine.
I have a hockey mask. It won't protect germs, but
Here, get
I mean,
closer.
if you throw something at me, we're good.
Okay.
He was
How you
worried.
doing?
He was worried about coming here because he called this town Cracktown, and then he was
a little.
He felt better once he got into the studio because it's a decent location.
Nice.
from
It
this-
was like I was walking around. I was a little paranoid.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't be paranoid. You're good.
He pulled up in the car with the door open. He was driving down the street with the back. You were driving down the street with the back door open. Like
Ghost ride the whip.
What were you ready to do? Jump out?
I was ready to just, you never know when you have to jam out. You know what I mean? And I was like, I was about to run out, and I'm like, all right, just go to, because I needed to go to Walgreens, and I'm like, I'll just run out. And then she's like, oh, he's over here. So she flipped a B. And I was like,
Just remember.
you liked it, though.
I did like it.
Gluckman's down with the bitches in the hose.
The bitches in the house, Mike.
My daughter and I watched that movie, probably conservatively 20 times.
Nah.
You tell me any part of that movie, and if you can stump me, I'll give you. I'll give
Your
you
watch.
I'll give you
watch.
Your
one
watch.
point.
All right, ready, Mike?
Okay.
Shrink, blinkety, blink.
Shrink, blink, 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 shrink.
right.
Blink, shrink.
Shrink, blinkety, blink.
Yeah, but it's about the when you want to
Try to make me think. Can you finish the rhyme?
Yeah. Try to make me think.
Got to go to the
Throw
sink
Throw up in the sink.
and vomit.
Yeah.
Clean it up with comment. Yo, Earth is my planet.
It's my planet.
Planet. Because I had to make a rhyme. with
Stumbled through
comment.
that one.
Mike, appreciate you.
Yeah.
Mike's a huge fan.
Huge fan.
Keep throwing them at me. Keep throwing them. Funniest movie ever.
You appreciate it. I think it's aging well, too, right,
Yeah,
Mike?
yeah, it is. It is. And do you ever? Is that your most well-known?
That, Scream, Jamie Kennedy Experiment for the super comedy heads, Ghost Whisperer for the Midwest mommies. Those are like the four that really hit. I mean, then there's like movies like Enemy of the State and different movies that like people go, oh yeah. But yeah, I would say Malibu's up
In
there.
that one, you were 75% of the movie. So I mean, you're.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was my baby.
Movie, yeah, that was you. You didn't have a part in it.
He was
the
the
other
movie.
people had fractional parts.
Yeah.
The movie was.
It was B-Rad.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to
yeah.
do, I was trying to be that
Up in the
character.
boo.
Up in the bizzle.
What was the deal with what was the deal with that movie? How did it come about? Like, what was like?
Oh my
how
God.
did they
It was just
approach
so
you with
funny.
it? Was it your
No,
thing?
so it was like at that time, a lot of late 90s, white boy wannabe gangsters. That was like a big affliction that now is accepted. But at the time, it was a new strain of an affliction. People were like, what is this? And there's a couple movies that like I went in for and I didn't get, but I always had that character, and I did stand up, like I was saying, and I was my stand up was basically just trying characters and then getting it going. And then I did the show, the Jamie Kennedy Experiment, which is a whole other ball of wax, and then the character got very popular, so I had a script for it, kind of like Mike Myers, who's one of my heroes in making characters in the movies, and then I brought it to Warner Brothers, and my show was at Warner Brothers, so they were like, oh, this is interesting, and so, we developed it, and boom, we did it for a low budget, and then they got the great cast, and boom, we were off to the races, and it was incredible.
Do you still to this day if you're in public and a stranger calls you B-Rad.
People
I
say,
bet you get some crazy.
people look at me now and they say, "Are you B-Rab's kidnapper?"
Well, the reason I ask is,
But they do. They'll roll
yeah.
up on me and say some shrink.
and yeah,
Blinkety blink.
Shrinkety shrink, blinkety blink.
Try to make me think.
Puke in the sink.
yeah. Sometimes it's I've been friends with Mario Lopez for years, and one time out in Vegas, this is probably 15 years
You're
ago.
gonna drop a jewel.
I don't know.
You're gonna
about
drop
that.
a jewel,
I
mate.
don't know about that. but just by chance, we were at the Hard Rock. It was on New Year's Eve. We used to go every New Year's Eve, and
For business only.
playing exactly. It was business. But playing blackjack, and I was with Darius Rucker on one side,
Yeah.
and Mario on the other side.
Hoots.
And everybody was calling him Hootie, and Mario Slater, and both of them, it just annoyed the shit out of both of them.
Wait, why would these guys not playing at a public table?
Well,
On the
I
floor?
I never said that. Can we rewind the tape?
But who would you? No, they had to be public because if they had a private table, no one would say that. So they were getting so they were getting annoyed. Yeah. It happens. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it's like it just depends. If you like, Darius or Mario are just normal people. You know what I mean? They just
Right.
happen to be famous and are like myself. I'm very fortunate. But there are days when you just want to play blackjack and you don't want someone to come up to you going, "What's up, Slater?" You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's,
No. I know. I know.
it's-
It took him a
and-
long time.
Yeah.
But you kind of got to be ready for it if you're at a public table.
100%. Like you have to go in with your best foot forward. And the problem is that we can't make mistakes. If we do, then we're, POSs. I'm like, oh man, Jimmy can't. And it's like, I might have gas. I might have had a bad bowl of oatmeal. My girlfriend might have hollered at me. It's, I might have just lost money in the stock market. You don't know what's going on. And it's like, fuck, and it's like, so that's what it is.
But as an artist, when you did something that put you on the map,
100%. I'm
right?
very fortunate.
And then you've done so many things that are so much better. So much better. I mean, you've grown as an artist.
Yeah.
And that everyone still wants to bring you back to that.
Well, no,
is
that to me is very high art. Malibu's is very high art. It's pop art. It doesn't take itself seriously, but there's a lot of messages in it. It's aging very nicely.
got the biggest booties in the stable.
Yeah, it's got the biggest booties. But it really has to do with cultural appropriation, which is a big topic now, but also cultural appropriation and appreciation. That's what the movie's about. Where's appropriation? What's appreciation? And for me, it was based on my love of hip hop. You know what I mean? Just because I'm a white dude doesn't mean I can't love it and can't rap to it. But that's what I love. I grew up on Led Zeppelin, and then somebody gave me hip hop, and I was like, oh shit. So I love Led Zeppelin, but I also really love hip hop. So it hit me at a young age.
Well, you can be diverse,
Yeah.
In your
But it
taste
wasn't
area.
like that, as you know, in the early 80s. It was like
Yeah.
hip hop was like, more like inner city, and Led Zeppelin was more like suburban kids.
Right.
And I was always like,
Right.
kept my foot really in both.